up since 4 in the morning, ironed his shirts by 6, put cornbread in the oven and his troubles in the mix. He walked in smelling foreign, didn't look me in the eye, and I just kept on stirring, Lord, because some women don't cry. I raised his children, buried his debts, I painted every wall, I sewed the curtains, fixed the porch, I answered every call. He said he loved me, honey, love don't look like what he gave. Love don't leave you hollowed out like a woman in a cave. I got ashes in my apron from a fire he said and left. I got ashes in my apron, Lord, I'm barely catching breath. He burned down everything we built while I was in the kitchen. Now there's ashes in my apron and a woman who is risen. Told me early, girl, don't give up, man, you're fine. But I was young and foolish, and I thought that love was fine. Now I'm standing in the rubble of a house that used to breathe, and the only thing that's left of it is what I choose to keep. I'm not bitter, I'm just wiser now. I've learned the cost of loving, when to take a vow. These ashes gonna fertilize the ground. I'm standing on, this woman is still standing even with everything gone. I got ashes in my apron, but I got fire in my chest. I got ashes in my apron, Lord, I passed the hardest test. He thought the burning would destroy me, thought I'd fall and stay. But these ashes in my apron are my clay, my God, my clay. My God, my clay. She gets up before the sunrise, makes the coffee, sets the bread. She's running on, remembering the last time she was fed. Fed with something gentle, something soft to touch and hold. She's carrying a warmth inside that no one's ever told. She works a double shift and still comes home to make the meal. She listens to their problems like her own don't need to heal. She laughs when she is empty, smiles through the crack and seams. Oh, she is holding everybody else together at the beam. Oh, she's bone-tied, beautiful. Don't let that tie fool you. day she sits quiet when the house has gone to sleep. She lets the silence hold her. In a way, it's always free. She doesn't ask for much now, just a moment that is hers. Just a breath without an obligation. Just a verse. Tired doesn't mean defeated. War don't mean she's broken down. She has loved so many people. She has won them all like crowns. She's tired, beautiful, the most stunning thing alive. And watching her survive, every line she's carrying is a story, not a flaw. Tired, beautiful, and I have never been so in awe. The moon hangs like a teardrop in a sky faded blue. My lonely shadows dancing with the only ghost I knew. The wind has stopped its talking and the crickets hold their breath. This road is wearing silence like a second kind of death. I drove out to the place where we would park and watch the stars when summer smelled like possibility and evenings had no scars. The field is full of nothing now, just grass and memory, and everything there used to be feels like it happened to somebody else, not me. This empty road I'm walking stretches farther than I see. Every mile a reminder of the you that used to be. There's no traffic, there's no street light, just the dark and my regret. This empty road is teaching me how much I can't forget. I've tried to fill the evenings up with noise and borrowed light, but quiet always finds a way to make its way by night. I hear the slide guitar inside my head, the way you'd hum a melody that meant us. Now it only means I'm numb. Solitude ain't always peaceful. Sometimes it's a flood. Sometimes being alone this long gets all mixed up in your blood. This empty road I'm walking, Lord, it never seems to end. Around each bend another memory I'm trying to transcend. But maybe there's a beauty in a road that has no name. Maybe empty roads lead somewhere new that will never look the same. I grew up on the front pew, hand pressed on the word, believed in every promise that the congregation heard. But life came in sideways. Lord, it didn't use the door, and I found myself kneeling on a cold and dusty floor. They told me faith the size of sea could move a mountain high, but I've been moving mountains, Lord, and I still wanna cry. I never stopped believing. I just needed you to know that believing can be heavy when you've got nowhere to go. I got gravel in my gospel, Lord, my knees are cut and worn. I got gravel in my gospel, oh, from the night my faith was torn, but I'm still singing. Lord, I'm still lifting up my voice with gravel in my gospel, and I'm choosing you by choice. Choir doesn't always know the ones who fall apart, who cry into the hymn book with a barely beating heart, who give the loudest amen just to cover up the cry, who's holding up the church while carrying all that on their back. Oh, Lord, I'm not asking for a miracle, I'm just asking for a moment when the gravel in my gospel feels like grace, feels like atonement. Still is true. stretching past the edge of sight. I've been walking since the early gray, before the morning light. My shoes are worn to nothing, but my spirit won't give in, because somewhere past this suffering is where I must begin. I've crossed through rivers, slept in fields and cried until I'm dry. I've talked to God through lightning storms and asked Him to tell me why. He didn't give me answers, just the strength to take one more. And one more turn to miles, turn to something worth living for. It's a long way home, through the fire and the rain. A long way home, through the loss and through the pain. But every step I'm closer to the woman I was meant to be. It's a long, long, long way home, and home is already in me. The ones who said I'd never make it don't remember what I've seen, don't know the mountains I have climbed, or the valleys in between. I carry every scar like a map of where I've been, a testament to every war I've ever had to win. Lord, I'm tired, but I'm moving. Lord, I'm broken, but I'm grooving through the pain. Every sunrise is a mercy, every heartbeat says I'm worthy of this name. It's a long way home, but I'm going home. It's a long way home. Lord, I won't travel alone. My soul has got a compass, and my heart has got a flame. It's a long way home, and I will never be the same. The city's gone to sleeping, and the streetlights hold their breath, the kind of quiet that creeps in somewhere between life and death. I've been lying here for hours with the ceiling in my mind, and every thought I swallowed in the daylight's come to find me. 3 in the morning doesn't lie, it doesn't have the grace. It strips away the social smile and shows a real face. I've been good all day, I kept it all behind my teeth. But midnight always opens up the floodgates underneath. Midnight knows my name. It calls me to the window. Midnight knows my name. Won't let me rest or let me go. Every secret that I'm keeping finds its way into this hour. Midnight knows my name, and midnight has the power. I've made friends with the darkness in a way the daylight hates. It holds me without question, and it never hesitates. It doesn't need a reason, and it doesn't need a story. It just is the way grief is, and the rest is incidental glory. You can run your whole life from yourself. Every daylight hour from the shelf. But midnight always waits for you to slow. And midnight always holds where you don't know. Midnight knows my name, and maybe that's alright. Midnight knows my name. Maybe the dark is what's right. Maybe living in the daylight keeps us all from being real. Midnight knows my name, and midnight helped me feel. Midnight knows my name, and midnight helped me heal. I sat beside the river where we used to share our days, when the water ran so gentle through the summer golden haze. You showed me how to listen to the current's patient voice. We were young and full of futures. We believed we had a choice. Now I sit here in the autumn, when the river runs dark and cold. The banks are bare and muddy, and the story's all been told. I bring you to this river in the chapel of my mind, and I leave a little piece of grief with everything I find. Oh, this river of my tears flows through the hollow night, carrying every memory beneath the fading light. The harmonica tears is where my grief has come to stay. Catfish know my name by now. They've heard me cry so long. The willow dips its fingers in and hums along my song. I've prayed for some deliverance, but prayer takes its sweet time. And in the meantime, this old river's washing away the grime. Water cleanses what the hands can't reach. Oh, water carries what the words can't teach. Oh, water knows the shape of every sorrow, every prayer. Water doesn't ask your name, it's just always, always there. I've baptized myself in loss. I've learned that grief's a river, and when love always bears a cost, but water always finds a sea. It always finds its way. This river of my tears is slowly, slowly washing me okay. There's a picture on the dresser, faded, worn, and still. Your smile's a ghost that lingers where the cold night won't stand still. I've been reaching for forgiveness at the bottom of a prayer, but the echo keeps on finding me. You're still everywhere. I watched your name from every window, scrubbed it off the floor, but I keep finding pieces of you pressed behind the door. The mirror shows a woman who has learned to carry weight, a woman who still loves you, a woman who came too late. I'm living in the shadow of my own heart, trying to mend what grief has torn apart. Every morning is a battle just to face the breaking light. I'm living in the shadow, and you warm my night. They say time heals every wound that bleeds, sits beside me at the table. I'm living in the shadow, and I'm barely stable. Wrote it by the window when the storm was moving through. 7 pages front and back of everything I never told you. Every unsaid silence, every swallowed angry night, every time I chose your peace over my own right. I addressed it to your memory. I wrote your old street down, the one where you grew up before you brought your storm to town. I sealed it with the wax I keep beside the kitchen lamp. Then I carried it outside and let the night air keep it damp. But I burned the last letter I ever wrote for you. Watch the ink bleed into smoke and disappear from view. Every word I owed you, every debt I thought I had, turned to ash and paper gray and nothing more than sad. The fire didn't hate you. Fire doesn't know a name. It just took the words and turned them both to smoke and flame. And when the last edge curled and when nothing more remained, I felt the lightest that I've been since before you came. Some things live on paper longer than they ought to. Some grief needs something older than a prayer. Sometimes you need the alchemy of burning to pull the poison out into the air. I burned the last letter, Lord, I finally let it go. Burned the last letter that my heart needed you to know. The smoke rose up to heaven and dispersed into the blue. I burned the last letter and I forgave myself for you. Your ice has melted in the glass I still hold here. A story told in water rain. And one more year, the ashtray holds the evidence of what we used to be. Two people burning slowly, mostly you and mostly me. Your jacket's on the hook beside the door you never use. I keep it there as evidence I still can't choose to put it in a box or let it stay and haunt the hall. The weight of all your leaving, Lord, it's not leaving at all. I'm carrying the weight of your whiskey. The ghost of your kiss is still making me risky. I pour myself one more just to feel something real. Carrying the weight of your whiskey, trying to heal. The bartender just looks at me and doesn't ask my name. He knows a woman nursing grief. We always look the same. He pours without a question, takes the empty glass away. The kindest thing a stranger does is not ask if you're okay. There are promises that linger like perfume on a coat, broken vows that settle somewhere low and inside the throat. I swallowed all your sorries with the bourbon and the night, and none of it made morning